Ace just got drunk with his crew and washed up on the shore of Wano, got robbed, by the people of Amigasa village, and then became friends with Tama. Like, I don't believe that is the entire story. And we also do know that he wanted, or at least Tama wanted to come with Ace, but Ace said no because you're not strong yet. So she said when she's stronger, she would go with them. But I tend to believe that Ace did more in Wano than become friends with Tama, and I think it would make sense that while he was there, Yamato is the one that he spoke to, and Yamato is the one who sort of informed him about Luffy's goals and ideals, and sort of inspired Yamato, and that was sort of like the catalyst that made Yamato research, Wano's history. Just who was Odin? Why is the Kozuki family so forbidden to say? What was Odin? The Nine Scabbards, Toki? I want to know this story. So maybe he dug deeper into the true history of Wano. I remember Kiyoshiro, you're like, yo, Sasaki, you want to know this true history of Wano and that back and that neck? I don't know, but I think he sort of told him the true history of Wano, and that was some sort of freaking massive revelation for Yamato, and it's sort of like why he became the person that he is today because of Ace. So yeah, I don't think it was just to meet up with Tama. There has to be more to Ace's journey. There has to be more of a significance to his journey. Every pirate in the One Piece world who has some sort of card theme in their name or crew, they have some linkage to Kaido. I think his role is actually pushing onto the path to ultimately helping Luffy to usher in a new dawn and open up the borders to Wano. Remember when Luffy was facing Big Mom and Big Mom was like, yeah, you really think you can take down Kaido? You really think you can take down that thing? The hype around Kaido. That moment, man, I just couldn't wait for Wano to meet the strongest creature in the world. Now, Kaido is the Governor General of the Beast Pirates. He's not considered the ace. Maybe it is implied that he's the ace, but I don't think he's the ace. I'll take it at face value as in he's the Governor General. Now, under Kaido, you have King and Queen and Jack, and we also had Joker. Now, under Joker Doflamingo also had people like Diamante the Diamond, Pika the Spade, and Treble the Glover. And we also even had the Law, right? The Heart Pirates. And don't forget about Portia's the Ace, the Spade Pirates. No, I'm not saying that Ace was somehow the Spade Pirates were like an umbrella faction under Kaido. I'm not saying that whatsoever. It's possible that Ace got to Yamato, maybe telling them about Luffy, and sort of like inspired Yamato to kind of like do some soul searching, as in what does he really want to do with his life? Does he really want to be like Kaido, or does he want to restore Wano to its former glory? So I think Yamato might be Kaido's unofficial ace, not the official because he doesn't want to be. It's possible Ace spoke to him and Ace made him change his ways, and that's probably why he went out searching for Luffy. I think there's a possibility that after he learned about Luffy, he probably went into, I don't know, to look up the Wano history, and then he learned about Odin and how Odin was freaking boiled alive, to save his comrades, and just that story probably like got to him and inspired him to become a follower of Odin instead of a Kaido and Orochi who let this thing happen. So Yamato tells Luffy that he's been waiting for him for a long time, and he looked at Luffy and he says, "You are Monkey D. Luffy, right?" And that was really, I hated that line because it implied that he didn't know, he's never met Luffy before and he's never seen Luffy before. You have all these newspaper, and I understand Wano's closed off from the world, but still, you haven't seen the guy yet. I don't know. I guess I was upset because a part of me believes that Yamato is that same samurai that we saw speaking to Crocus. Maybe after Ace tells him about Luffy and all of this, he went out to search for Luffy. Tracking Luffy's previous stops, going back to Reverse Mountain and all of that. And then Kaido found out, and Kaido sort of like arrested him, like, hey, you're like a traitor. When you come to your senses, then we let you out. But guess what I'm also saying is that maybe Ace sort of like, maybe Yamato sort of inherited Ace's will, which is like crazy, right? Like maybe he, now of course Yamato was already born when Ace died, I know that, but not like how we expect Luffy to have inherited Joy Boy or Roger's will. I don't mean it like that. What I mean is just inspired him. I think he sort of like made it his mission to want to right the wrong of his father and Orochi, and so he took it up on himself to be the one to help liberate Wano. I'm sure he knows about the 9 red scabbards. I'm sure he knows about Odin, and I'm sure he knows about Toki. All of this, he knows about all of it. And the reason why he's waiting for Luffy is because he believes that Luffy is one of the guys that they've been waiting for, one of the chosen one, that will help liberate Wano. It's not just about the 9 red scabbards, bringing the dawn. It's also about Luffy. And Yamato, it seems like his purpose now will be to help Luffy get to that level where he can ultimately defeat Kaido. Yamato tells Luffy that, hey Luffy, I've been waiting for you for a long time, long time. And before that, he even asked, like, hey, you are Straw Hat Luffy, right? So that implies he doesn't know Luffy. And these words were very reminiscent of what Rayleigh said to Luffy when Luffy first met Rayleigh. And Rayleigh went on to teach Luffy so much. Like, Luffy would be nothing right now if it wasn't for Rayleigh. So since the words were similar, it's also possible that Yamato will be the one to actually teach Luffy, maybe show him another stage of Ornament or Conqueror's Haki, maybe tell him and let him understand just exactly why Big Mom and Kaido, why their skins are so thick. Like, I don't think it's just about, Master and Rio and covering their bodies in Ornament, Haki, or Rio. I don't think it's just that. I think there's another level to this. And it's possible that Yamato will be the one to show Luffy that. Maybe he wants to prepare Luffy for the war that's about to come. As Marco said, once the Big Man Pirates come up, it's gonna be a whole new era. So if we're expecting Yamato to be training Luffy, right, how strong do we expect Yamato to be, right? If I just compared him to Rayleigh, and Rayleigh was the right-hand man of Gold D freaking Roger, the Pirate King. And now I'm saying I think Yamato will also train Luffy. Now, I don't expect that everybody who trains Luffy to be some god tier level character. Absolutely not. But I do believe Yamato is a god tier level character. I do believe it. And I do believe he will be the one to teach Luffy all these things that he needs to learn to beat Kaido. So where exactly do I see where do I see him ranking in terms of like top tiers in the One Piece universe? If it's Yamato versus Rayleigh, I think it'll be a high diff fight. I don't really know who the hell would win that fight, to be honest, but it'll be close. And I don't think it's impossible to say Yamato could win that fight versus Rayleigh, because Rayleigh is no longer in his prime. And I know you guys love Rayleigh, and I love Rayleigh too, but the guy, he's an old man. He's not the same person he was. Rob Lucci, I think Yamato gets that. Smoker, Yamato. But the people who we should be comparing Yamato to are the Yonko commanders, man. Katakuri, Marco is not really a Yonko commander, but he was a former Yonko commander. So Marco the Phoenix, Jack, Queen, King, Katakuri, I think I already said Katakuri, Ben Beckman. So it's these guys that we should be comparing Yamato to. And why? I mean, he is the son of a Yonko who just did the exact same attack his father did with the little sparkly lightning around the club. This guy is like a replica of his father. If he was able to join the Straw Hats would have Kaido on their crew. Okay, that might be taken a little bit too far, but Yamato, this guy is on another level, man. He's on another level. I think he probably already has Conqueror's Haki based on how the club was surrounded with lightning, just like Kaido. I don't know, but there's no doubt that Yamato will be a big player in Wano. Like, he's possibly the equalizer. People could look at him as the freaking equalizer, because most of y'all already think that he's Kaido's replica, right? That he's just another Kaido. So if Straw Hats, who already have Marco and the Scabbards and the Supernovas, and now you're gonna have Kaido and Yamato to their crew, I mean, come on now. Even if Kaido already has Big Mom on his side, I mean, I don't know, man. It seems like the odds are freaking even right now. Right? Nah, they're not. You look at even Kid, man. Even Kid, Zoro, and I understand that they're not going all out, but the Beast Pirates are strong, man. These aren't fodders, man. They are strong. So Yamato, man, whatever you do, you gotta train that boy right, man. You gotta show him something. I don't know if it's gonna be awakening, as I said. I don't know if it's gonna be some other forms of Haki, another form of Conqueror's Haki. We don't know, but we do know that if there is gonna be a new dawn in Wano, if Oden's dream is gonna come true, Luffy and all of them, they have to get stronger, especially Luffy. I do think Yamato is Kaido's ace. I see him as being up there with King, Queen, and Jack, and possibly even stronger than King. I know, King. He's a complete badass. I know. Freaking, I love everything about King. But Yamato being Kaido's son, doing this exact same attack that Kaido uses, we don't know if he has a devil fruit or if he can even transform it into a dragon like Kaido, because we still don't know if Kaido is a dragon or an Oni who ate a dragon fruit, or a dragon who ate a devil fruit. We don't know yet, but he is freaking strong. If you can take out a member of the Tobiropo with one hit, that's freaking impressive. That's impressive. And to me, he is Kaido's unofficial ace. He doesn't want to be the ace because he probably believes it's below him. He doesn't believe in his father's ideals. So why would he be Kaido's ace? But that's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think below, and if you like what I do here, want to see more, click that subscribe button and join the Ascension. It really helps me out a lot. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in T-2 days. Bye.